Good afternoon, my sweet friends. So glad you could come back and join me for a few minutes. Today, I just wanted to share with you a little bit about financial wisdom. I know that's a scary word for a lot of people. No one likes that F word. But consumerism that we have right now and debt, they go hand in hand. And then you got the culture constantly nipping at your heels, making you think you need to buy this and buy that to be happy. Well, guess what? It doesn't matter even because they got a plan for everything. If you don't have any money, they got those little pieces of plastic that you can have anything you want. Don't fall for that because that's the devil. You understand me? Most of us had parents. They were raised in a different generation. They taught us to save our monies, put it away for a rainy day. What if there's an emergency? They were smart, but a lot of us didn't listen to that because you contrast that with the beautiful stores and all the wonderful things there is to buy and purchase. They didn't have a lot of those things for them. And we think we need to have them, but sometimes our desires for those things exceeds our ability to pay for those things. And this is where we get into trouble because when we start overspending for immediate gratification, we are not being a good steward with the money that God has blessed us. In scripture, it is very, very clear. Man was always meant to work hard. It builds strength and character in us. When we use our gifts and our talents that God has blessed us with, and then we work for somebody and we use those gifts and then we get compensated back for them, that's the way God always had intended it. That's the way it was supposed to be. We're not supposed to be over consuming things that we don't have the ability to pay for. We need to take the money that we do make and we need to spend it wisely. We need to invest it wisely. Scripture is full of financial wisdom. You can look it up anywhere. There's multitudes of scriptures on it. You know, I grew up in a very, very poor household. It was no fault of our family's own because my father was out of work frequently. My mother worked 2 jobs at sometimes, but she wasn't always physically well. But you know what? God always provided a roof over our head and food on the table. We were never, ever, ever homeless or starving, but we barely had money for any even necessities. So I know the struggle of not having things, and it would have been very easy to just go charge things, but my parents didn't do that. So we just had to live within our means. There's a scripture in Proverbs, which I just stumbled upon this the other day. It said, "The wise have wealth, but the fool spends whatever he makes." That is another trap from the devil, and don't fall for that. It's just ridiculous that we live right at the top of our money. Years ago, my husband made quite a bit of money, years and years ago. We had everything. We had the ocean view home, we had the Harley, we had the boat out front, we had 2 brand new cars, and we were thinking, what do we care? We got the money to pay for it. We make lots of money. Just buy what you want. But then you don't think about the monthly maintenance. Then you got the boat slip for $400 you got to pay for. And then you got all the added insurance for the boat and the Harley and the extra car. You're paying for these things over and over and over again. It's dumb to think that just because we make a lot of money, we need to spend a lot of money, because you don't. Trust me. We need to start putting some money away and just be frugal with some of our expenditures because we just get crazy. There was a book my husband bought years ago, and it was the best book, one of the ones we ever read. It's called Act Your Wage. It was beautiful because it had beautiful sound financial advice in there talking about getting out of debt and staying out of debt. And the most important thing was living not at your means, below your means. And I don't mean here, I mean here below your means, way below your means, so that you always have money that you can be putting away. I know it's not easy. I mean, the heart wants what the heart wants. We need to have strong discipline. We need to ask God to prayerfully take that desire out of us when we want to go buy silly things that we don't really even need. My mother had a beautiful talent, and she passed it on to me and my sister. You can look around my house and people think, oh, wow, she must spend a fortune on this thing. No, I did not. My mother would dig things out of the trash and make them beautiful. Polster something, sew something, paint it up, whatever had to do. And I do the same thing, and so does my sister. Our homes look very beautiful, but it's because not one thing in this house did I charge. It all came off somebody's driveway or a thrift store, estate sale. Start living below. Let the other crazy people spend the big money. Don't do that. Our home was always full with love and laughter. And you know what? After a while, you realize that all this stuff, this isn't going to give you happiness, and it's not going to give you true joy. It's beautiful to look at, and you enjoy it while it's there, but this isn't lasting. It's just not gonna. You also need to remember that every 29 days, which goes away really fast, that credit card bill is staring you in the face again. It takes years to pay those things off. When you just do the minimum payment, you're gonna be in debt forever. You're paying 5 times as much as what you bought the stupid item for. And then you can look around your house and you go, wow, all this used to be money, and now it's just stuff. And half the time when you're done paying for the thing, you never want it anymore anyway. I've seen people get rid of things that they're still paying for and they've already sold it. What sense is that? Then the things that you thought you loved, they become a burden to you. That's horrible. You don't want to be there, because our greatest possession is going to be our financial freedom. I'm encouraging you right now to strive for this. I want you to set a goal, get on a program, get out from under financial slavery, because the minute you get out of debt, I'm telling you right now, you're going to sleep like a baby and you're going to owe nobody anything. And that's straight out of the Bible right there. I get it. You're always going to have the basic expenses. You're going to have utilities and food and insurance. I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about the luxuries. Let's cut all the luxuries. If you've got second cars, if your wife doesn't work and you've got a car sitting there you're making payments on, get rid of that thing. You do not need it. All the toys, they've got to go. If you've got a vacation home, if you've got a boat, if you've got Harleys, if you're paying for anything that you can dispose of and liquidate, do it. Many of my friends tell me the same thing, but I work hard. I deserve it. I'm not saying you don't deserve it. I'm saying pay cash. If you don't have the money, then save for it. Then you're going to truly deserve it. Make it your business to stop paying for anything, any service you can do yourself. I'm talking about a gardener. Mow your own dang lawn. Come on. The housekeeper. Clean your own house. The pool cleaner. The hairdresser. Going to Starbucks. Eating out all the time. All those things, they've now become luxury in your new plan. And you need to decide what you can do without. All that can be averted. Every time you save $10, $15, $20 can be averted to go in an envelope to paying off your debt. I know it's not easy. I know a lot of you are going to think I'm out of my mind, because people tell me all the time, it's only $10, but it's only $15. That's nothing. Surprise, news alert. Those 10s add up to 100 like that. When my husband and I got on a program to get financially liquid, to pay off our home, to do all that, we did without everything. The boat went. The Harley went. Everything went. My extra car went. Everything went. I didn't have a car for 5 years. I stayed home. We got rid of cable TV. That's how serious we got. We stopped eating out all the time. We went out Sunday after church only. But let me tell you, it was the most blessed thing. It was hard and it was not easy. We had to say no to a lot of things. But let me tell you, you're going to be so happy when you get there. Our home, this is the biggest asset you got right here. Let's protect it. This is the hugest investment that you've made and you're probably going to ever made. Don't be tempted to do this, because I'm telling you, if you're looking for your first home right now, set a budget. Find out what you can pay for, and that's it. Do not exceed it. Everyone's done it. We've done it. I'm embarrassed to say. We go out looking for a house and we're like, oh, we're going to only spend this much. And then you don't do that. You know what happens? You're like, the realtor shows you something that's about 30, 40, 50,000 more. And you're like, oh, what's the big deal? We're making money. We got jobs. Who cares? You know what? One hiccup. You get sick. You lose your job. You do anything. I don't care. One hiccup in your finances and you're at risk of losing all of it. And it is not worth it. Live below your means. I cannot stress this enough. The smartest thing you're going to do is to be getting out of debt from everything and paying off that home. You're going to be so proud of yourself. No one really cares either, because I know a lot of friends that make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. I mean, millionaire type money, kidnapper money. But the problem is they spend it right here. They're in credit card debt up to the wazoo. Nobody cares if you make $10 million. If you don't have 2 nickels to rub together, what difference does it make? It's the stupidest thing you could be doing. Don't. You need to pay off all your credit cards. I can't emphasize this enough. We seem to think that, oh, we're always going to be in debt. No, you're not. If you use discipline, you're going to get out of debt. Pay cash for everything. I'm not saying you don't deserve things. You do. I don't want you to think I'm telling you never to go buy anything. You can buy what you want, but save for it. Because you know what? By the time you're done saving for the item, sometimes you don't even want the stupid thing anymore. If you don't have money for something that you really want, just say, how much can I put away every week and when can I purchase it? Delay that gratification, because I'm telling you, there's been a million things. Once you sleep on it night after night, you're like, I don't really need it. What's the big deal? I want you to control your debt. I want you to control your money, and don't let all this be controlling you. That's Bible, my friend. You know, we look at financial debt as it's no big deal, but it's a sin. It really is. God does not want us to live there. It's a bad example for people that know us and they know about your finances. No, you want to get out of that immediately. Show God. Be financially obedient to God. And let's be excellent stewards with the money that He's blessing us with. That is going to give you true freedom. I want all of you to be there. I want you to start thinking about, what can I do now to start putting away that money? Put away your Starbucks money. I have friends that spend hundreds of dollars at that stupid place. Why? It's coffee. Are you crazy right now? Put the money away. Every morning, make something at home, and that's it. You're done. I just wanted to share all this with you. I would love to know your comments down below and tell me some things that you're going to start implementing. I'm going to keep all of this in prayer for all of you because I want you to enjoy what I've been enjoying. And let me tell you, it's the greatest satisfaction you're ever going to have. Enjoy this beautiful day and this beautiful weather. I keep you all in prayer. You know I love you. See you next time.